Hi everyone, it is Tammy, and today I thought I would make a friendship card, and this is what it looks like. It says friendship makes life more beautiful, and then you open it up and I put a couple little stamps inside, and I also stamped the back of the envelope and the front of the envelope. So I thought I would make this with you guys, and I used the Lots of Lavender stamp set from Stampin' Up. I don't see a year on it, but I know that this is an older stamp set. I don't know what year, but you know, so you might just need to use something that you have in your stash. And then I also am using the Friendship Makes Life More Beautiful stamp set, or stamp from Lotus Flower from Simon Says Stamp. So I don't know if that's still available or not either, but again, just your favorite quote or whatever. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty easy card to make into your own. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I cut a piece of 8.5 by 11 in half, and then I scored it in half to create the A2 sized card. So this measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when it's folded. And then on top of that, I did go ahead and run through my embossing folder the piece of lavender cardstock. And I don't even know what this is called, but it looks like a little, to me it reminds me of like a cushion that you'd see on a king's chair. I think it's just really cool how it looks. And then I also have a piece of green cardstock that I did cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it fits right on top of this card. And then I have my tufted lavender, and then I have another piece of white cardstock that is cut at 1 2 3/4 by 1 2 3 4, and this is just going to fit right on top with the image on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my green cardstock down, and I'm just using my art glitter glue to do that. I love this stuff. It's my favorite glue. And I always try to have a backup. So when I open one bottle, I order another bottle. And I have my second one here, and I was just noticing the other day that it was in a different sized bottle, but it's the same amount of stuff. And I kind of think I've had one like this before, but I couldn't exactly remember. So that's how they come. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this lavender piece on top of my green piece. And I also picked out inks that I thought would match. I did a lavender, a green, and then I brought in some yellow that I thought was really pretty and went well with it. And then I'm also stamping my images in basic gray as opposed to black. I don't know why, I just thought that it might be cute that way, and I do like it. And then my sentiment I did stamp in black. And then I have my envelope here too, so we can go ahead and stamp at the same time. So I'm done with the actual card for a little minute until I get everything else done. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to take the basic gray first. And I'm going to take my flower and I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle of my cardstock. Just like that. And then I'm going to take it again and stamp it on the envelope. I put it on the front. Just like that. And then I'm going to put these over here because I need to wash them. And then I took another little flower that was in the kit, And I'm going to stamp this on the back of the envelope, just eyeballing the center, just like that. Oh, and I also want to stamp that inside the card, so I guess I'm not finished with the card yet. Ooh, I didn't stamp that very well. So my choices are either to try to stamp again or to use my black ink. And I tried to stamp again and I didn't do a very good job with that either. All right. Let me take this and just kind of fill it in. Luckily with this kind of stamp it's not going to be so bad. I wasn't careful enough, but there we go. And that looks fine. So I've got my stamping done of those basics. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and put these on here, but I do know that I need to wash all of these. Because I think I use almost, nope, I think I use every stamp in here, so I will just wash the whole daggone thing. And then, so I'm finished with my gray, I believe. I'm going to take my lavender color and this is a 2 stamp in one, so it has like lavender that goes in the middle of the flower. I'm just going to put this down on top of the flower, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing to the envelope. And then I'm going to take, let's see, I think I'll do the little rose thing and stamp that in purple as well, or lavender. There we go. And then I need the green. Not that one, must be this one. I'm just lining it up with the leaves on the flower. Then I need the other side of leaves. And then with the green, I also need to do the stem of this big flower. And the leaves for the big flower. And then the other side of leaves for the big flower. Seems like there's a lot of steps, but it's really not bad at all. And the way that they are, it's kind of okay if you're not exactly centered or exactly on line. I kind of like that. That's one of the things I really like about these kinds of stamp sets. Oh, and then I'm going to take the yellow dots that are going to be like berries. Or not the yellow, but dots. The dots that look like berries on the rose side. And just put those down like that. So then that is complete. I think I'm finished with the green too. And then I'm going to put them on this thing, this envelope. So there are those. And then I have a bow that will go right there. I think that's super cute. And the only other thing that I did to the other card was I just zhushed this into the yellow ink just to kind of give it a little bit of a border. Just like that. So I'm done with that color, and now I just need my black and my sentiment. And I just put that right here. Friendship makes life more beautiful. It's really pretty, the font, and I like how thin the words are. I just need to wash that, so I'm going to put that over there. This card comes together pretty quickly, actually. And you could pop dot this. That would be kind of cute. I'm putting a ribbon on it, so I really don't want it to be too thick. So I'm going to put this toward the side, kind of centered from up to down. Oh, I just messed it up. That's all right. Adds a little character. I think I can put my lid on my glue. And then I just need a piece of ribbon that I can kind of fold and use. So I put that there, and then I need to get my scissors and cut this at an angle. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy lighter and just kind of seal the end of that by barely touching it to the heat. And it just melts the end, which makes it rather nice, and then it won't fray. And I used glue dots to stick this on, but before I did that, I wanted to go ahead and put a ribbon around it. So I am putting just a piece of twine, and I'm going to put it around the back, and then I'm going to turn it around the front and tie a knot in it. And this is where you can decide how tight you want it. I don't know that I want it super tight, but I want it to pinch a little bit in the ribbon, I mean. Oops. There we go. And then once I have my knot how I want it, I can then put it wherever I want this to go. And before I tie a bow on that, I'm going to take a glue dot and stick it to the top of this ribbon, and then put that down. And then I will tie this in a bow. And then I wanted my little bow to be pretty small, so I'm just playing with it to get it the size that I want it. And trimming these off with my scissors that are apparently needing sharpened. And then I didn't like how this just sat down like that, so I took my glue dots and put one on each end of my ribbon. Wants to stick to the other one. The glue dot works. So I'm just going to stick one side down and then move the other side over a little bit and stick it down. Now on this one I cut them both at the same angle. I didn't really pay attention. You could do it differently if you wanted to. Obviously, that's what I did to this one there, cut at different angles. But then that is that. I mean, it was super easy to put together. And now I have an envelope that matches my card, and I just think it's really cute. And I think that my friends will like this too. This one has a little mark on it, but hey, it's a little beauty mark. My friends aren't going to care. And they won't even know it wasn't supposed to be there. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope this inspired you, and I hope you have some fun crafting away. Bye-bye.